Okay, this is morning of Saturday the 28th of December. We're on day 4, just leaving our campsite at Clark's Camp. Apparently my little Osmo camera was too cold and it decided it was going to shut down. It just cut out there and left me hanging mid-spiel. I was about to say that it was a wonderful grassy site, but we were very lucky there was no rain, as it was in a bit of a hollow. Anyway, this was to be our last exploration day. We planned to do Blue Rag, which we've already visited twice previously, but you simply can't come to this neck of the woods and not drive it again. The track and the scenery are both breathtaking. After that, we'll have to retrace some of our steps and head off to see what's to be had at Mayford. Every visit I've ever had to this part of the high country, I've wanted to go and see Mayford, but for whatever reason just never made it. This time, I've planned it as our night stop. Well, my little Osmo crapped out on me when we were leaving. It didn't like the cold and shut down, so corrugations. So I wasn't able to record us leaving our camp. Anyway, we're now on the Dargo High Plains Road, about
500 metres, the right at tip of the rag.
We're about 500 metres from the turn off to Blue Rag. Right about there.
Arriving at tip of the rag.
Might do this in low range. For something different. Decidedly more chopped than I remember it. It was just a straight drive last time I was here.
Yep, she's chopped up alright.
We've got to hit that with some mumbo. A view of where we're heading, just around this corner past this tree, and ta-da, there it is, Blue Rag. Not that first peak, you can see the road disappearing on, the one past it. Go right down the middle. Well, the good thing is there's plenty of room to pull over and pass.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
Which is just as well. turned out to be a group of lads all on P-plates and all driving almost identical vehicles. And while the vehicles looked very capable, I couldn't help thinking that they should probably keep well clear of the Mansfield coppers and their well publicised, in four-wheel drive circles at least, war on illegally modified Forbies. But I love it that they're out here, having a great time and getting what I'd imagine would be lifelong memories. Stay safe and sensible, fellas. It's certainly not the doddle it was. Down bit, we've got a convoy of 1, 2, at least 2 coming towards us. There's a spot just at the bottom of my hill here, we can pull over and let them pass. Right about here. Recording the start of it, we had a small moment getting over a scrabbly bit. Bloody massive holes that just suckle the momentum. If you hit them, oh, there's a car there.
We can't even go back.
Can he stop there?
I think
No, he's stopping there. Yep. If I you can come this way a bit, mate. Sorry, bud, the last bloke told me he was the last one.
Oh, right, yeah, no worries. Yeah, we must come round there after.
Yeah, okay.
There's no one behind us.
Alright.
There's about another 7 cars going up the other way.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Alright. It's fun.
Yeah.
This was a straight out drive last time I come up here. There was nothing difficult about it at all.
Yeah, they were a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Oh, is it nine
9
years?
years ago.
9 years ago, yeah. Alright, yeah, you're a bit close to the edge there. Come a bit closer to me if you want. Divot there, it's going to suck. Oh no, no, we're good. Okay, we're coming up to the track off to the left of where we came in last time, and apparently it avoided all this.
Yeah.
Always go back down that way,
Yeah.
and see if I can pick up the track that took us over the 25-mile creek. It'll put us back onto the Dargo Plains road eventually.
We can do that.
We'll do that.
Yeah, I really don't want to do this again if we don't have to. Because it's just a horrible road.
It isn't fun. Well, it is fun, but it's you got to work at it. More sandy shit. They're going to get bogged in.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck.
Oh,
Well, that was just a rock slider hitting.
yeah, thank gosh for
Yeah, we're going down the other one.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay, yeah, we go that way.
Seasonal road closure, that road should be closed permanently until it's fixed.
Oh, but just look at that scenery. Oh, there's a bit of a traffic jam up at the actual Trig point. Oh, look at it. We might. We've got our roadblock checker in front of us. Tyres down as well as I did. No. Thanks, guys. Oh, there's someone behind me.
Is there?
Like Parramatta Road.
See ya.
Got fucking hoodies on, idiot. Must be cold up there. Fuck, they've all got hoodies on.
Freezing.
Thanks, guys. Cheers,
Thank
thanks,
you.
buddy. Indeed.
Each time we've come up here, it's been beautiful skies.
It has, yeah, I've got to give it that. We haven't struck a shitty one. I think the first time was very windy.
Oh, bloody bitterly cold too. Still be windy up here.
It'll still be windy and cold, I'd hazard a guess.
Just when you think you get to the top, there's another one. What's the elevation now?
We're at 1,649 metres. Oh, I think that's the last one. Where's the road gone? There it is. Oh, you can see that hole. Big ass bonnet hit it.
Every retirement you've had to come up here and rescue things.
Yeah. Not from up here, from the other side of Blue Rag. Yeah, down. Oh, this is steep.
Oh, that's steep.
Holy shit, I don't have any memory of it being this bloody steep. Whoa. Oh, you wouldn't even think about it. Oh, okay. One at a time. Ta-da! Oh. Oh. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, we'll just do a pan around using the car as the camera. There are socks if you need some. That's what it's all about. Oh my goodness. That's brilliant.
What's the elevation?
We're at 1,728 metres. Didn't hit the 2 grand, no. Let's go here. Doors that way. Here we are, at Blue Rag.
Mountains on Boxing Night.
Oh. Right, where's the thing? Yes. Right, we're heading off Blue Rag now. All that fun we had coming up, we've got to do it going dune. Trouble is you don't get a chance to see the line too well. Take it slow to make sure I don't bounce and lose traction.
That's probably the worst of it. That part.
That was the steepest, yeah. Or it might be this one. Oh, that's only the one. This mess. Oh, that's not as bad as it looks.
Going up. It's easier coming down.
Yeah, it's easy. Oh, well, yeah. You've got gravity on your side, as long as you don't have too much gravity.
Yeah.
Okay, we're now back at the point where the track turns to absolute crap as opposed to pretty much crap. And we're going to diverge from it and go down a different way, down Basalt North track. Couldn't possibly be worse than the actual Blu-ray. Coming off Basalt gives us just as spectacular views. The wildflowers are beautiful this time of year. Yellows, we had some purples and blues, but they've gone now. Looks like a fairly steep hill. We're still on Basalt North track. Avoid this big hole. Not long after we crested that last hill, we came to the site of the Red Caboose. It was destroyed by the Black Summer fires of 2019, but there used to be a red train carriage, or caboose here. How they got it here and why is explained on an information board found in the steel shelter that replaced what was once a bit of an icon in these parts. These photos of it before the fires were taken on our last visit in 2015. We set up and had lunch on the spot that it once inhabited. Continuing on from the Red Caboose, we now tracked along Ritchie Road. Doesn't sound very thrilling, but it was well formed with some challenging switchbacks and stunning vistas as we contoured the mountains down towards the 25-mile creek. We had previously camped at this spot on that same 2015 trip and spent New Year's Eve and welcomed in 2016 here. After the 25-mile creek, it was only a short distance up to the Dargo High Plains road again, and then another 10 kilometres up that to get to the turn-off to King Spur track and Mayford. Unfortunately, I didn't film much of the outward journey to Mayford, probably because the track was so bad I was concentrating on driving. The initial part up to the turn-off to Long Spur track wasn't too bad, and had some beautiful, stunning scenery off to the left, overlooking Devil's Hollow. This is just off Macmillan Track. And it's the viewpoint you get from many campsites along this road. Absolutely stunning. But once past that point and continuing on King Spur track, it got ugly. Travelling along the spur, it was relatively flat, but the track was peppered with basketball-sized boulders. Added to the rough ground caused by vehicles when it was wet and boggy, they made it an extremely bouncy and slow journey. Once we were off the spur and descending to the Dargo River, it was much better going, but no faster, as it was quite a decline in places, and definitely low range territory. Once at the river, it was again stunning, and many beautiful grassy campsites were dotted along it. A traveller we met coming out advised us that there were only a couple of campers in there, and they had just vacated the site at the very end of the track, so we decided to head for that one. Okay, we're heading from Mayford. We're now crossing the Dargo River. Now, opportune, a beautiful river. Some lovely campsites along here. Just spoke to a fellow traveller we just passed. Oh. And there are about 3 people in here, so campsites are plenty. As intended, we followed the track to the end and occupied the last site at the turnaround point. It was a beautiful spot, only about 20 metres from the river, and it became our home for the night of Saturday the 28th of December. This will also be the last camp of our trip, heading home tomorrow. Okay, we're leaving our Mayford campsite, a beautiful spot it is. We camped right at the very end of the camping areas and had it all to ourselves. There are other people here, but we didn't see or hear of them.
In 600 metres, turn right on McMillan's track.
Thank you, Karen. It's a glorious day. It rained last night. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, but it still rained enough for us to go into a flat spin and get the awning up. It eventuated to nothing, but where it came from is anyone's guess. Not a cloud in the sky. Big bright sun though. Which is good. If it had rained and we were going out on a wet track, it would have been very interesting. Don't even want to think about it. All this area along here off to our left is suitable for camping. Just a bit grass, you have to knock the grass down a bit. A few donuts, I guess. Beautiful river, Dargo River. Checking the track log last night after we finished up. It took us 2 hours to do 14 kilometres to get here. It's a rough bastard of a track. I can see why there aren't many people here. And why they all seem to camp right up at the start of it. I have no idea. I asked him if he's caught any fish and he said yes he had. And it didn't look like he was interested in the conversation, so I didn't bother asking what sort. Look any further into it. That's why your average speed is 7 kilometres an hour. Even a smooth bit you can't go fast because it's invariably a big wombat hole to fall into. Fast forward now, and we're coming into the delightful little township of Bright. Its approach is down this wonderful avenue lined with Norfolk pines, or some sort of pine anyway. As well, there are other trees such as maples and oaks. It really is stunning. Well, that concludes our trip to the high country for this year. We've got just over 900 kilometres to get home to Adelaide, and we'll do that in 2 hops. It's presently 11 o'clock, and we plan to grab a motel room for the night at St Arnaud, only 400 kilometres away. That will leave us all day tomorrow to cover the remaining 500 odd kilometres to home. If you've persevered to this point, thanks so much for watching. And as usual, if you've enjoyed the trip with us, subscribe to my channel. Doing so will ensure you get notifications of any future videos I put up, and perhaps check out some of the other treks we've done, mainly into Central Australia. Thanks again. Happy New Year all.